Hey there, www.andrewmartinmusic.com. This is video number 2 of Guy with an Opinion from the Hippie Cottage. And this one is fairly brief. I wanted to talk about a video that I watched with a Forever Conscious Research channel and Overwatch Project. I have talked about Overwatch Project before, and my critique was basically about capitalism as it intersects with Gnosticism. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But they were analyzing, deconstructing, commenting on a video that I had watched previously, and I turned it off in disgust prior to knowing about this video that they did, when one of the women being interviewed by another woman said that it was hilarious that people came to this planet through the reincarnation agreements to experience murder and rape and all the other nasty things. And in the astral planes, they found this hilarious. And I think it was the Overwatch channel who said he turned it off at exactly the same point. So I think that's somewhat meaningful. Kudos to that dude, because I mean he's right, and so am I on that point. But what I wanted to talk about today is the idea of, because they had mentioned it about an energy system that you could survive on, and how poor the human body is as an energy system when it comes from, if you presuppose traditional tri-omni theism, like to have a body that has to kill to survive, to eat. You're killing animals to eat and survive, and then to have waste products of, pee and poo. Yeah, I mean, it's not very kosher design, right? And I totally agree with that. And that got me to thinking about trees, and how trees live far longer than humans. On average, trees can live a very long time, thousands of years maybe, and how they get their energy without being predators, And I thought, okay, this is interesting. Now, the tri-omni theists are probably going to object and go, but that's because of the fall. And I was also thinking about that, especially within the context of the metaphor of the bride. And I was talking to the spiritualist who I got this apartment from, and this is what I said to him. I said, okay, so what you're saying is that you find the most beautiful woman that you could imagine, and both of you just know in advance that the sex is going to be amazing. But then you say to her, but I gotta pummel you first. Right, and this is basically the flaw with the New Testament canon. Yeah, I'm going to give you paradise, but first I gotta pummel you, and yeah, it's pretty incoherent, and I don't think it's rational, and I think it's illogical. So. That's basically what I wanted to say on this short video. That these are markers, or they point towards a not very nice creator God for humans. In the Christian Gnostic tradition, we sort of call it the demiurge. But I've got tons of videos on that, and my whole website's dedicated to that. But I was just thinking about this, and I wanted to do a quick video on it and talk about these incongruencies. Because in the first video I made on this new playlist, I mention three incongruencies about how a person's lived reality doesn't line up or is at odds with whatever ideal is being espoused or asserted. And in that video, I said I could list hundreds. Well, here's another one. This is number 4 and 5. That the suffering, that humans have to go through, it's at odds with the claims of triomni-theism. Now, I don't think it's at odds with the Pali Canon, and in that book it's pointless talking about cosmology and metaphysics as it pertains to God. That's a fool's errand, and I tend to agree with that. That's why I say that I'm an agnostic agnostic. Yeah. Just want to piss everybody off by saying that. Oh, that's so contradictory, but it's actually not. I do believe there's things that humans cannot know, and I think that's rational. I don't think there's anything incoherent about that, and that's my stance, that there's things that we are not privy to, that we don't have access to, i.e. the thing in itself. And I've said previously that I don't believe human will is the thing in itself, although I get the argument. Okay, so this is just a short eep, and number 2 on the new playlist, just a guy with an opinion from the hippie cottage. And I don't know what else to say. Love ya. Get the fuck out of here. Sit there.